Hi friends, thank you for clicking on this video. Today we're gonna talk about Makeup Geek. What is the problem with Makeup Geek? Well, let me say there are tons of them and we're gonna discuss them and dive into them together today. First of all, Makeup Geek was founded in 2008 by the beauty influencer Marlena Stell. And looks like Makeup Geek was founded in 2008 and it stayed in 2008 until this day, until this year, which is 2019 actually. But who am I, girl? Who am I? But I do have some valid points I'd like to bring into your attention. So hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from. And I have some criticism, as you might have already guessed. First of all, there are some obvious points that when Morphe came into market and offered some affiliate links for beauty YouTubers to get commissions with, Makeup Geek was kind of left out of that, and beauty influencers stopped promoting Makeup Geek, and that's why it slowly disappeared from YouTubers' attention. And let me add, the founders of Makeup Geek blame the lack of their popularity by the influencers charging up to $60,000 just to promote the products or put the products into the videos. Some people think that Makeup Geek lack of success nowadays is connected with that they don't send out much of PR, but honestly I disagree with that, because I have made a bit of research, and from my personal experience there are many more valid points. First, of Makeup Geek's problem, in my opinion, is that they can't keep their best-selling products in stock. You can buy Makeup Geek from their official website. You can also buy Makeup Geek from Beauty Bay, and in 2018 they also branched out to Target. But no matter what websites you're talking about, they just can't keep their products in stock. There was a cult favorite product, which was their contour powder called Cool Breakup Porcelain. I actually went to makeup school, and the founder of Makeup School is a very famous beauty YouTuber here, and that product was her holy grail. She uses it and she recommends it to every one of her viewers or her students, but that product is not in stock. It has not been in stock for years, even though it was one of the best-selling products. And if it was in stock, Makeup Geek of course would have more sales, even from that YouTuber and the makeup school itself. That could be like 50 to 100 sales, but Makeup Geek is just not really interested in selling products that people want. That's not in Makeup Geek's interests really. And basically what I'm trying to say, and getting more into the topic, instead of keeping cult favorite in stock, Makeup Geek just keeps pumping out new stuff that nobody's as interested in. They as Makeup Geek was big in the old school YouTube, they have a lot of cult favorites, and you have all heard of them, those single shades like Cocoa Bear, Buffed, Cherry Cola, and whatnot. Looking at the Makeup Geek's website right now, you will see that part of them are sold out and part of them are discontinued. Which brings me to the second point. As I was saying, instead of keeping the products in stock, they just keep pumping out new uninteresting stuff. To me, Makeup Geek is one of the brands on which example you can see the most clearly what exactly is lack of creativity. They don't have any creative aspect to their products anymore. They are 10, 15 years behind in what they're producing. I just don't understand if they even do any kind of market research. Even if they don't have a market research department, people who think of stuff should be able to think of what is this product, do our potential consumers want it, does this interest anybody, does this spark curiosity in people, will people want to try this? And the answer to the question in terms of Makeup Geek, like 20 most recent releases, is no. People are not interested in that. If people buy something from Makeup Geek, they buy singles, which they choose based on their preferences or recommendations, maybe from the small YouTubers who still support that company, but it's not because what brand releases sparks joy. Just please look at those new palettes and new releases from Makeup Geek lately, and look me in the eyes and tell me that you're interested, at least for a bit. I'm waiting. Still waiting. The next point is also connected with the one that I have already discussed, and as you know, lately a lot of brands just keep pumping out products endlessly, and Makeup Geek does that too. But unlike some brands like maybe Colourpop or ABH, who a lot of brands, they do release a lot of stuff all the time, but those new releases are actually interested, and maybe they're every time they're interested to a different part of demographic, so they more or less they stay relevant. Like for example, Colourpop's Disney palette is a neutral rosy palette, which is not something groundbreaking, but the design is very cute. And if you're interested in Disney and Disney princesses, there's a higher possibility that you are actually tempted by that release and you have bought it, and that release interested you and made you buy it. Same with brands generally releasing different palettes, colorful, different types of products, but not with Makeup Geek. Makeup Geek released they have released dozens of eyeshadow palettes. They release dozens, hundreds of just same things, same eyeshadow palette in different pans, shape and form. And I'm against consumerism, but if I can forgive some of the brands for constantly pumping out products down our throat, as I can forgive Colourpop because I do like the brand and I like their releases, even if I don't buy them always. I like the marketing, the design and everything. So, but I cannot forgive the brand who constantly pumps out the same thing over and over again. And in terms of Makeup Geek, I think instead of doing that, they should better focus on one thing, on one better thing, do more research, make more effort. Like instead of having 30 boring new releases, focus and release something like one product that could be at least interesting and new and innovating and sparking interest in people. One thing that I would also like to touch on about is Makeup Geek prices. Makeup Geek single costs $6 and Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow single costs $10. OMG. I'm sorry, but for me that's absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm a broke bitch and I of course understand that the majority of people are more wealthy than me in terms of they have more disposable income on the day-to-day basis. They can afford that, but I just don't understand that, especially to me, that's one of the main reasons why Makeup Geek is failing, because Colourpop has cheaper singles which are very good quality, and in my personal opinion, Colourpop quality is much better quality than Makeup Geek singles. You can also get singles for $1 on Coastal Scents on sale or on Shop Musée. Those singles I honestly really like. And also MAC has decreased price for their singles, not in all countries, but in the US. And I know that a lot of people have actually been pretty glad about that and think that it was a very smart decision for MAC. But what was a smart decision for MAC is a bad decision for Makeup Geek, which just keeps failing. Continue on price per quality ratio. I own Makeup Geek products and singles and build your own palette type of situation, and I don't think that quality deserves that price. Like I said, I love Colourpop more. Colourpop is better quality in my opinion, and it's cheaper. Makeup Geek is very subpar quality, like it's not bad, but it's not type of the formula of eyeshadow I like. It didn't impress me, and for the price, girl, $10 for just a metallic shimmery eyeshadow, that's crazy to me. I mean, I have some ABH singles. I have 4 and I'm really happy with them. The quality is amazing. They're like soft and whipped to the touch. They blend very well, and it's just like my advice: if you want to have a higher end single, just get ABH instead of Makeup Geek, because that's a better quality you get for the price. Makeup Geek is stuck in the middle of not having a low price enough, but not being the high-end brand and not having the higher end quality. So this niche is maybe also part of the problem why Makeup Geek is failing, because why would someone need to spend like $150 just to on an order from Makeup Geek to try different formulas and shades if you can get several ABH palettes for that price, or a lot of singles or whatnot? Use their build your own palette option. It's actually very expensive because of how expensive every single shadow is. And I also got one of their pre-made palettes, which is called All Time Favorite palette for $35, which is not that expensive, but to me it is expensive, and for the quality, in my opinion, it also is expensive. So I completely disagree with their pricing policy. One more detail that I would like to touch on is their bad design. Makeup Geek's existing palettes, which are like pre-made palette, that would be All Time Favorite palette that I just mentioned. That would be the newer palettes that they have released during Christmas. That would be like that would be the palettes from the collaboration with Marlena Stell. And believe it or not, Marlena Stell and Makeup Geek has collaborated with her own clothing brand. This is just like some kind of Marc Jacobs by Marc Jacobs in collaboration with Marc Jacobs type of crap. So that's also interesting. But basically my point is all those palettes have the same design. It's the same 9-pin palette with Makeup Geek logo, which you can also get on the website without any shades. and to me that's also a very stupid decision in terms of business. Like, look at Colourpop. All the palettes have different designs, and most of the time the designs are really nice and they're all different, like Femme Rosa, Salvaje palette. Salvaje palette, in my opinion, has a beautiful design, and honestly, I admire a Colourpop designer, the one who like puts pictures and fonts on top of the palette. The person is very talented, in my opinion, and they all are different. They all have like a different touch to them, and Makeup Geek does not. I mean, even if you are failing at being creative and everything, could you at least like do a different design of the palette, like just once? It doesn't make any sense to me. And Makeup Geek collaboration with many MUA is still the same design. I just don't understand how you can just... It looks to me like the owner and the employees, the executive of the company just don't give a damn about their own brand. They don't want to do something that people would want to buy. They just want to do whatever takes the low effort, and they generally think that people should buy the product just because they released it, and that does not make any sense to me. And what I would like to maybe finish this video with is a general conclusion. I think Makeup Geek is failing at business. In the beauty industry, they're not doing well. In comparison to other brands, they're not doing well. And even the fact that Marlena has released the dramatic video exposing beauty influencers and telling her truth, even that didn't help her company. And even people who generally support Makeup Geek, like me, when I wanted to get the products and when I got them as a gift, those people just don't have anything to choose from lately, and they're just end up being disappointed in the brand. Generally, if you're giving a criticism, you should also give some good points. I don't know if Makeup Geek even has any good points for me to point out. I mean, I can give them some credit on being this innovative single shadows brand, but all the credit on all the positive moments that I can think of are related to when the brand just started. There are no positive moments in how the brand is in the industry right now. So I'm a small YouTuber, so I seriously doubt that Makeup Geek company executives or someone who has any relation to Makeup Geek will watch this video. But I think they generally should take all of this point and take this criticism and make an effort to do something about the brand, make an effort to change something. They told us they're gonna rebrand, but what they released is the blandest things we have ever seen. Those ugly, boring, poopy palettes that, from what I see, no one's interested in. So the whole rebranding is disappointing to me, and from my experience with Makeup Geek, I don't believe in their rebranding. So this is just all that I wanted to say. I didn't mean this video to be hateful, but I do have strong opinions, as you have noticed, and I generally believe that those are very valid points. So thank you very much for watching this video, for staying with me. I really appreciate it, and I would love if you would like to support my channel further. But hopefully I will see you in my next video.